Well, good morning, everybody. It is a nice cool one this morning. It is December 9th. A nice, beautiful day. Looks like we're starting the day out at somewhere around 20 below, at least here under the porch. Got a few things to do today. We need to move a piece of equipment. We borrowed a 3-point hitch implement from a neighbor, and they're in need of it. So I'll get the tractor started, get it loaded up on the trailer, go out to the farm, pick up the implement, and go deliver it over to their farm. So anyways, we'll get going. The tractor's been plugged in about 8 hours, so it should be plenty warm. Let's fire it up. But it's not warm enough. It is a brisk one out today, that is for sure. Like a champ. If you're prepared for it, these cold temperatures aren't too bad. More irritation and slow you down, not impossible. So now we'll start the Ford. It has not been plugged in. Hopefully it goes okay. Yeah, it probably should have been plugged in. So the high today, I'm sure will be around 0, maybe a little above, maybe a little below. The next 3 or 4 days, it's supposed to be in the mid-20s below and only in the single digits negative for the highs. So finally getting a little bit of cold weather. It's about time. So I got to finish getting dressed, let the vehicles warm up, and then we'll get loaded up and head out to the farm. So kind of a slow Saturday today, but that's okay. Okay, it's been a little while, 30 minutes, something like that. We'll see if the truck's warmed up enough. Okay, I got a mic on, so let's see how this works so you guys can hear a little better. Let's take a look here. Ooh, still pretty frosty. That's okay. You have fixes for that. It's 10:30, approaching 11 o'clock. So the sun will be up here before long. We're getting close to the shortest day of the year. So let's get this windshield cleaned off, go get some fuel, get going. Well, when it's cold out, everything just takes a little bit longer. And after taking the time to get the tractor started and the truck started, I needed to run out to the farm before I could hook up to the trailer. So here I'm making the short trip out to the farm, which was okay since I was going to be taking the trailer all the way out there. It was nice to go check the road out and make sure there was nothing in the way. Even though there's not a lot of snow, if you run into a snowdrift or something else blocking the roadway, that'd be no fun with the trailer and tractor on behind you. But heck, the sunrise sure is pretty. And like we talked about in the previous video, not in a real big hurry. It's going to get busy enough here in a few months anyways. Okay, better put a little gas in this pickup and get out to the farm. So this is definitely an average amount of snow for us. There's more than enough snow to get around on a snow machine now. Now that we're getting some cold weather, the ponds, lakes, rivers will all be freezing up so you can get over them and cross them. When you're doing things on a snow machine for work, trapping, hauling things, doing things, too much snow can actually be a big inconvenience. So the amount of snow we get here in the interior, especially this part of the interior, is relatively pleasant. It's a good amount of snow, enough to get around, which is important. In fact, this truck sat most of the week, and it had, what you saw, 3/4 of an inch of snow on it. I mean, enough to get a little fresh snow, but definitely not too much. More of the bridge makings. Somebody has run a plow up and down the road. That's kind of nice. I'm not sure who or what kind of equipment it was. Okay, got what I needed. Headed back towards town. It's a little drifted over on the road into the farm. When we come back out with the tractor here in a little bit, we'll do a little work on that and get that cleaned up. So far, the snow hasn't been too much of a challenge. And now that we've got a majority of this farm cleared, we can figure out where the drifts are going to be and where they're not going to be. That's going to help a lot when placing buildings on the farm and roads. It'd be nice not to have to fight snow drifts every single winter where you have a building at. And we'll know where to put windbreaks so we can get the wind to slow down and get the snow to drop out and make a drift there rather than across the road. Okay, here's the river report. As you can see, it is mostly firm. Got one spot here that is not froze yet, but it's right where the main channel is, and the bridge is probably disturbing things a little bit. Yeah, the river's pretty much froze up for the year now. Here we are. Town's decorated up for the holidays. There's a bazaar going on at the Civic Center. A lot of people are gathering there. Always a lot of fun. Like most small towns, Nenana has something going on for the community to participate in most all the time. Okay, get this unloaded. Got a snowdrift or two to take care of on the driveway while we get the tractor running. Get some equipment loaded up and then head out of here. Gonna lose our sun here pretty quick. Okay, here's a little footage of working on the drift right where you come out of the trees into the field. It wasn't getting bad enough to stop you from driving through, but the drift is definitely getting kind of big. So I figured I'd take a little time and knock it down. Definitely could have spent more time on the road, but the fact we're losing our light, I needed to get this implement delivered to the other farm, and it's 20 below. So I wasn't excited about sitting on the tractor any longer than I needed to. But a few passes up and down the road with the box blade and a little bit of time with the bucket moving the drift out of the way. And that'll be good enough for now. We'll have a break in the weather and it'll warm back up into the 20s and we'll be able to start the skid steer and put the bucket on and can really do a good job of making the drift go away. Okay, it's about 1:50, almost 2 o'clock. Fixing to lose our sun. That's okay. One day closer to spring. This is a really pretty time of year. Lots of shades of gray, the greens. The sunsets are always pretty. I mean, you really have to be happy kind of wherever you are. It's absolutely a stellar day today. A little cool. I think the high today was -7. But just really nice, really beautiful. The tractor on the back, see back there? And of course it's running. Keep it as warm as possible. So yes, I don't know if this will make it in or not, but had borrowed a landscape rake and was going to try that out at the farm, and the owner of the rake has a project for it, So I thought while I was out doing things today, I'd pick that up and I can go drop it off over at their farm. That way they can do what they need to get done. So, okay, thought I'd end this video with some footage of coming into the Fairbanks Airport on a snowy December evening. As we were coming in for a landing, I thought the lights of the city looked really nice. Even though it's dark and cold, it won't be long before the sun returns. And the warmth and light that it brings will have us back out at the farm almost 24 hours a day. And with all the land we got cleared last year, we'll be able to put in a larger variety of crops and be able to trial even more crops to see what works and what doesn't work. There's so much opportunity to experiment and try new things and utilize the existing crops that we know works. And we'll have a whole lot of fun doing it and experimenting with it. And the ultimate goal is to be able to provide more food for the state and more variety of food for the state. We would like to thank everybody that takes the time to watch the videos. It is definitely an inspiration. Just knowing that there are people interested in Alaska's food security and following us on our journey as we carve out and develop a farm in the wild wilderness of Alaska. And if you like what you're seeing, considering subscribing and liking the videos. It definitely helps. It helps with the algorithm and hopefully even get more people to pick up on these videos around the world and around the country. And we're just 4 or 5 months away from the state releasing Phase 1B of the agricultural parcels. Another exciting land sale. Okay, with that, the jet's about to touch down on the runway. We appreciate everybody watching. Hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.